which it still seems to be kind of a long way off, but most companies that work for the DoD are aware that this is coming, and they're trying to figure out what they should do to prepare. Where should these companies start?
Yeah, that's a great question, Maddie, and it seems like we've been talking about this forever.
Yeah.
And as you said, it's still out there, in terms of the formal certification.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it bears repeating that nearly all DoD contractors are going to be impacted in some fashion. Mm-hmm. That is about 300,000 companies is the latest estimates I've heard. That's a lot of organizations. Now, not all of them are going to need a formal certification because that rule seems to be changing, but you're still talking about several tens of thousands of companies.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so it is coming. It continues to work its way or grind its way through the government process to get a new regulation out the door. But in the meantime, cybersecurity compliance is a requirement today. Mm-hmm. It is in government contracts today, and it's a different form. It comes in the form of what's called a DFARS regulation. The number is 252-204-7012. I've learned how to memorize these numbers because it's been prominent in everyone's thinking. But the DFARS clause that I'm speaking of specifically says that if you're going to do work with the DoD or a DoD contractor, so maybe you're a subcontractor, you have to have in place compliance with what's called NIST SP 800-171. The NIST document is a list of the technical controls that you have to put in place in order to meet the DFARS regulations. So even today, there is responsibility to protect DoD information if you're part of a contract, and you have to meet a standard. The standard is fairly complicated, and it's a pretty big lift, especially for small companies who do that. Now, when CMMC comes about, and they've labeled it now CMMC 2.0, because they were in the process of revising the first time they released it. The CMMC stands for Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification, and that will be a certification that ensures that the NIST standard is being met. Mm-hmm. So what that will entail is a third-party assessment, similar, I suppose, to an ISO audit. Mm-hmm. But those assessments are done by independent auditing companies. They're called C3PAO organizations. See if I can get that one. Cybersecurity third-party assessment organizations, or maybe it's CMMC third-party assessment organizations. I've forgotten. But in any case, these are the audience applauds. Yeah, great. But the C3PAOs are even this year being trained on how to conduct these assessments. Mm-hmm. Who are they being trained by? They're being trained by the Department of Defense and their cybersecurity assessors. Okay. So there's a lot of work behind the scenes going on to get prepared to, begin certifying companies, presumably starting next year. But the place to start today is to focus on what's required today, because, it is a requirement even as of today.
Absolutely.
Thank you for watching this video to the end. This is part of a longer series on DFARS, NIST, and CMMC compliance produced by Core Business Solutions. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video with a thumbs up, and click the bell to get notified when we drop a new video. Also, we'd appreciate it if you would share this video with your colleagues who need to stay up to speed on DFARS, NIST, and CMMC. Thank you, and we'll see you again in the next video.